Okay, I want to put you guys to the test. You're always commenting saying that you love angry rants. Let's see if we can hit 500 likes on this one. So, the very first thing I want to talk about, welcome back to the Division 2. This is going to be a full-on rant because I've lost my mind. Like, I don't know why they're doing all the stuff they keep doing. The very first thing I want to point out is please, pretty please, do not optimize your exotics. If we go into backpacks and we have a look at my memento, it is not too great, 11.9% weapon damage, 144k armor. This is just a random one, I do have one with better stats, but if we take a look, to get the weapon damage, look at the increase by the way, 11.9% up to 12.3. So we go to resources. The very first one, I've got 23 out of 49. So we go and have a look. Backpack weaves. Acquired by deconstructing high-end and gear set backpacks, crafted at the crafting station or dropped from optimization of summit caches available through seasonal rewards and summit challenges. This one's acquired by completing control points, the field recon data. Fair enough, I've done I've actually completed floors of the summit, so I don't even know how many you get from doing control points. Next up, we have 0 out of 14. A vital tool for optimizing assault rifles and backpacks, acquired by defeating True Sun's bosses. And I'm pretty sure you only get one per boss. So, yeah, let's go take out 14 bosses to improve that by 0.4%. Then the final resource, we've got 1 out of 10. And if we go and have a look, I'm pretty sure it's this one. The Shade Calibration, acquired by completing certain projects. So I need to do loads of different projects and hope and pray that they actually drop me the Shade Calibration that I need. So that would literally just increase my weapon damage by 0.4%, if that's even going to put it up by that much. I've seen people commenting, saying that they tried going from 10.6 to 11%, and it only puts them up to 10.9. It doesn't give them the full optimization. And guess what the developers said in one of the State of the Games? Oh, we're happy with where the optimization station is. We want players to grind for it. There's a difference between farming for something, grinding for something, and then just taking the piss out of your player base. What you have left of it anyway. Look at this. I go up 10,000 armor. I need 45 of those things that are acquired by defeating True Sun's bosses. That means if I manage to get one of these True Sun's tactical assessments, one from each boss, I've got to kill 45 bosses to go up 10k armor. That would be a little bit closer to acceptable if it took me straight up to max. Same resource cost, but takes you to the max for that stat. Optimizing means that you are making something, like if it's fully optimized, it's the best it can possibly be. The optimization station in Division 1 worked so much better. This isn't optimizing your gear. This is barely scratching the surface with a one stat upgrade. This should not be called the optimization station. But I do think they will lower the resource costs, but you're going to have to wait until February. February the 2nd when they release 12.1. That's when they're going to bother doing something about it. But another thing, I'll quickly show you. I'll reconfigure this once. This is why I said do not optimize your exotics. Because if we find the memento, reconfigure, got one on me. So this one here, select item, and we're going to craft. Okay, so let's come out of here. And we're going to take a look. Remember, it took me from 11.9 to 12.3, 0.4%, and I would have to grind and grind and grind to optimize it once. One exotic component, a few other resources, and boom. It's got a 6,000 armor increase and a 1.4% weapon damage increase. Make sure your exotics, you reconfigure them. Next up, we're in the season menu. I want to quote something the developers said a little while back, and that is when seasons come out, you will not have anything on the premium track that will basically make it pay to win. It's not going to give you any sort of advantage over other players. So let's go and take a look at that track, shall we? We'll start off, I'm not even going to bother going through all of them. Look at the bottom track, which is the premium one, costs you £10. Optimization materials cash. Not exactly going to just instantly give you an optimization for one of your gear pieces, but you get 10 of these crates throughout this premium track. They've basically said, we know you're going to want to optimize your gear because everyone wants to have the best gear possible. That's how this game works. So what we're going to do, you pay us a tenner, we'll give you a few caches. But not only that, I want to point this out again. I've said it a few times in the past. Let's go to tier 45. And then to tier 90 as well. I think it's 90. 45, boom, premium track. You're going to get an exotic cache. If someone doesn't have, I don't know, say a fully god-rolled chameleon. Let's go with a chameleon. And you get one out of this cache. That's an advantage over another player. And then where's the other one? Because you do get 2 exotic caches on this premium track. No, it's 95 then. Yeah, 95. You get one for the base track, but you get an extra one if you're paying for the premium. So there are a few ways to get an advantage. Even if it's not like a direct, you're going to notice advantage, you're still getting some form of an advantage over other players by purchasing this track. So the whole of the season track is a fucking lie. Another thing I'm going to check for me, probably won't be for me. Go and have a look. No, it's there for me. I've had people commenting saying that the DARPA research labs are not showing up on their map. I've also had people commenting saying that when they are playing this mission and they've got teammates with them, they can't actually see their teammates. There's a lot of issues with that mission yet again. I'm going to quickly fast travel down to here because there's something I want to check out. I'm just going to slap it on heroic because why not? And whilst we're fast traveling, the open world is still an absolute shambles in this game. Me and Pete tried taking down, what's that control point called? Crash site, where that big plane is that's crashed. We tried taking that down, and we must have had, not even exaggerating, 5 different activities going on at the same time. They still haven't toned down the amount of activities going on, the amount of factions. And when I was doing a control point, I think it was Flooded Levee, just near Washington Monument. Yeah, this one over here. When I was doing this, I had an aerial recon drone, so one of the Marauders, that one come in to fuck me up. You never just get to take down control points anymore. So I want to test this because I've had a few people comment about it. I've got the Memento backpack on. And I'm going to chuck the Blind the Firefly. Oh, look at that. I got kill confirmed. Hold up, let me reset this. Let me see if I can put on a skill build with that bag. Let's have a look. Because if we take a look at the backpack, enemies you kill drop a trophy on death. And that's the only time they drop them, when they die. Collecting trophies provides both a short and long-term buff, the first of which scales blah blah blah. You can see the rest of it there. I'm pretty sure that you all know how it works. But maximum is 30 stacks. And watch very closely at the bottom left of my screen. I just got kill confirmed. My Firefly didn't even touch an enemy. And I can throw it again. 5 seconds. I can throw it again. And you'll see every single time, kill confirmed. I don't know if these stacks are actually working. So let's trigger the enemies. Let's chuck that. Kill confirmed. So you can see the little like arm flexing underneath my ammo count. But now that that's hit an enemy, I'm going to lose my buffs. I don't even want to annoy that heavy. I'm just going to chuck my Firefly over here. Okay, so there's kill confirmed. And again. Kill confirmed. I'm going to sit here for a minute, hope and pray that heavy doesn't actually push me. And, oh, look, there's the other buff coming into play. So we've got 1 second, chuck it. And boom, buff is back. And you can see, underneath the one that has the little grey bar at the bottom, I'll zoom in so you guys can see it, obviously. But you can see that that stack, that bar, is filling up. Why? How have they managed to break the Memento backpack with the Blind the Firefly? Because, I'll tell you one thing, I'm sitting in PvE, doing a standard mission. Everyone is abusing this in PvP. They're just building up their stacks without having to do anything, then they're getting all of this extra damage. You can see my grey bar at the bottom where the buffs are building up. And because it's every 5 seconds, I'm just constantly refilling the other buff, because there are 2 different ones to the Memento. So it's absolutely fucked. I've heard that the directives are broken as well. I can't even be bothered to go and take a look at them. But I've got a feeling Fragile Armor is still completely busted. So next on my list of things that have annoyed me is the fact that there has been nothing done to fix the Summit game mode. I mean, it was kind of obvious they were never going to, like, fix some of the stuff that needed fixing. They've added weapons and gear into the game to try and put layer upon layer of shit to try and cover it up. And just to try and make people happy. The people that are easy to make happy. The ones that go, oh yeah, might not have new missions and stuff, the things that you players actually want, but we've still got a brand new season. Yeah, because what's the season going to do? How much fun is that going to provide? The same global events every single season. It's all just copy-paste. Like, pretty much everything you can get on the premium track and the base track, you get just by playing. The seasons are pointless. The manhunts, don't even need to do them. You know why you don't need to do them? Just wait until the next season starts. I don't know if there's going to be any more seasons. We're in season 4 now, but say there was going to be a season 5. All you can do is just wait until the next season hits, and then the previous season's boss for the manhunt will become available if you just play and level up. It's on the free track, but you simply just play, unlock that, and then you can go get the skill from it. I don't know why skills have been locked up in the first place, but they've locked them up and then decided, and you're going to sit there grinding, you're going to play this manhunt over and over and over and over again because it's pretty much the only thing to do in the game if you want something to do. And once you've done it, you're going to get this skill. But just simply wait till next season. You can get the skill just by taking down the boss. You don't need to do any of the previous manhunt. And you know, I mentioned that the Summit, nothing got fixed. All the doors are still buggy. There's still, like, floating assets. Like, I don't know, say you've got, like, a gas tank in there. That's like an easily, like, a foot off the fucking surface it's supposed to be sitting on. But not only that, keys are still broken. Would you believe that the keys are still not dropping from certain floors? I did floor 7 to 10, key dropped. Then I went from 10 to 13. After getting in the elevator and taking down the lieutenant, that key never dropped. How am I supposed to access the crate and get loot from the Summit if the fucking keys aren't dropping? I did say, just remove the keys from the game, and once you get to that area, just let players open the crate. How hard is it? Why do you need to go and find some stupid key in order to open this crate? You can't get through all the doors and skip all the floors and stuff if you're, like, you can't try and run through it if there's no keys. You can't try and run through and just grab the crates and just carry on like that. You actually have to complete the areas. And look at this, my buff is almost full, and I've not moved from this spot. So it's very tedious, but players are going to use it to get every single edge they can in PvP. So yeah, we spoke about the optimization station and the fact that it's just bloody stupid. I've got a longer cooldown. Right, I'm going to go back to Boo. So I've reset this mission. You've seen how broken that is. You can just sit there and just build up your stacks. Look, my stacks are still going. Just chuck my Firefly, there we go. As long as you've got the Firefly equipped, 5-second cooldown on a skill build, and just continuously build it up. I mean, my buff is almost maxed. But let's fast travel back. I want to show you just how expensive it can get. See, because it's all nice when you're sitting there and you're developing a game and you're adding content to it and stuff, or whatever you're doing with your game. But when you sit there and you add something in that you have no idea what it takes to obtain that item or that thing or whatever, it just... you're just pushing players' boundaries. So, rifle. Let me just... I think that was the M1A. But let me just go back to my DPS builds to make this easier. Rifles, look at this. So, 9% on my damage to targets out of cover. The only thing I need to optimize to get this up to max. It says that it will go to max up to 10%. If I sit there and I play the game and these resources eventually build up or whatever, and it gets to the stage where I can optimize it, if that doesn't go to max, which I don't think it actually will, I think it'll mug me off in some way. But if that doesn't, look at what I have to go through in order to get that up to its maximum, like its highest potential. The best you can possibly get that stat. Because look at the very first resource. I've got 19 out of 300. That is none other than the rifle alloys. You have to deconstruct high-end rifles. So if you're playing on heroic, open world, opening the loot boxes, you get some purples. I actually tested this yesterday. I know that this is an actual thing. You deconstruct said purples, you get no fucking optimization resources whatsoever. It has to be, as it states here, it has to be acquired by deconstructing high-end rifles. So they've kept purples in the game, and purple's still, like, they've not been added to this optimization thing, so there's just still no more use for them. Take purples out of the game. Stop being so fucking lazy when you're developing this game. And I know there's going to be people in the comments, oh, it's far too late, they can't do anything now. I know, but you guys love the rants. I feel like having a little rant, so we're just going to chill, have some fun with this. And I'm just going to bring up more and more topics. I don't have too many left, but 300 rifle alloys is what I need to get to. I currently have 19, so I still have a whopping 281 fucking rifles that I need to deconstruct. They have to be high end, and I have to deconstruct them for one alloy at a time. So 281 rifles deconstructed later. Am I anywhere near? No, I'm not, because what are the other resources? I've got 22 out of 150 of the little flag looking one. But that's the field recon data. Oh, I've got to go do some control points to get more of that, and I need to get up to 150 of it. Then is that the shade calibration I've got one of? Yes, it is. So I've got to complete projects, and I've got to get up to 60 of those. But then look at this one. 0 out of 90. Let's go and have a look at what this is. Oh, look. Black Tusk Tactical Assessment. I need 90. These are acquired by defeating Black Tusk bosses. So I have to sit there and farm bosses. 90 fucking bosses, by the way. I have to sit there and farm the bosses simply just to boost that up to 10%. Damage the targets out of cover. If it even works. There's a big chance it's not going to work. It's not going to take me to that 10%. But no, you have to put... I'm not even exaggerating. Some of you are probably going to think I'm taking this over the top. I don't fucking care. Not exaggerating. This, if you're grinding for it, is probably going to take you at least 2 to 3 days. Minimum. That's if you're spending hours on this. For those of you that have jobs, have families and stuff, and you can't spend that much time gaming, you're fucked. You have absolutely nothing you can do about this. You will not be able... Say you can put 4 hours a day into this game, and then that's 4 hours a day. If you can do that, you're playing 7 days a week, so that's 28 hours a week. I'm going to guarantee you're putting at least 2 to 3 weeks just to optimize one fucking item. Just one. And as I said towards the beginning of the video, they're probably going to fix this, like lower the resources in 12.1. So February 2021 is probably going to be when this gets fixed, if it gets fixed. It might not even be looked at. But now, just the last few points. There are still sound bugs. I don't know how many of you have heard them. I'm pretty sure I did it in my video, my first video about the optimization station. I showed that there are sound bugs. I had my drone just sound like it was an LMG just constantly shooting. And yeah, that one got very annoying. And then let's take a look at this one. We're going to back out of the optimization station. We're going to go into our inventory. And I don't care if this is nitpicking and going over the top. Let's have a look at this. So I've got a loadout called Rigged. And it's called Rigged for a reason. So if I delete this one, and I simply just made this with the memento just to show you guys exactly how broken it is. But let's go to Create New, save my DPS. And if I click on this just to show you, Rigger Dust Mask. So this is R-I-G-G-E-R. So let's go to this new one called Defense. And we're going to go Options, Rename, R-I-G-G-E-R. So that's the exact name of the gear set, yeah? Name contains restricted words or profanity. So they're allowed to implement the word rigger for their gear set, but we're not allowed to use it to name our loadout after said gear set. And that is something that will probably never ever be fixed. Because there are still lots of things that have never ever been fixed. They've added a new weapon to this game, and I don't know the name of it, but it's got exactly the same talent as the Harmony. It's got perfectly in sync. So another bit of proof that they're running out of ideas. But not only that, that rigger gear set, because like most of you should know this, they added the ability to pick up your turrets, so you don't have to wait for them to cool down. No idea why they did that. Just go and get yourself the rigger, because look at the backpack. Talent, complete uptime. Cancelling your skills will reset their cooldown. And yes, you can spam that, that's infinite. So you can simply have your turret out, have your drone out on your skill build. That's why I've got this build set up, 4-piece rigger. It works amazing. I love this build. And it was just pretty much rushed. I didn't pay too much attention to it. Got the pieces, recalibrated them, all the way up to their max stats for the gear set, chucked on some other skill bits I've got, put on the harmony, and then going back into the backpack, you've got cancelling your skills will reset their cooldown, chuck out your assault turret, chuck out your striker drone. No, you don't want the turret placed there. No, that's fine. Call it back. Instantly goes out again. Why do I need to pick up my turret if I can just cancel it with this gear set? It might be helpful, obviously, for those that aren't running the gear set, but at the same time, if you're running a skill build, there's no harm in trying this gear set because it is incredibly helpful. One thing I would like them to change if they were going to actually get off their fucking asses, get their finger out of their arseholes and do something with this game, switch that skill haste for skill damage. Because that skill haste is pointless when you can cancel your skills and they instantly cool down. We don't need loads of skill haste. Also, bring in skill damage mods, because that would give us a bigger boost to our skill damage. That would be something players would be happy with. So they've just simply gone for the easy route, the lazy option, just a gun with exactly the same talent as another one. The ability to pick up your turret and a gear set that allows you to cancel your skills and reset their cooldown completely as many times as you want. And this is going to wrap the video up now. It's been a long one, but you guys have been leaving comments left, right and centre asking for a rant, so I'm not going to cut too much of this. You're going to get the entire thing, so I do hope you enjoy it. But the final thing, the only good thing to come to this update, and no, I'm not talking about the 150 items in your inventory now. I try keeping my inventory clean, or as clean as I possibly can. I normally have, I don't know, let's just say around 30 items in there. I never really go to 150. If you go to 150, there's a thing called the stash. Go and use it. If it's full up, get rid of your old shitty gear that you're not going to use. Stop hoarding. You can simply sort out your stash. You can simply sort out your inventory. We never needed 150. It's a nice thing. But the best thing they have done and brought into this update is the Slayer. You know, that little gun that shoots snowballs. Yeah, in my opinion, that's the best thing to come in because it goes up to level 40 now. It's got all the normal stats of your level 40 gear. And it's just a fun weapon to use. That's what this game needs, and that's what this game is not getting, and that is a fun factor. The developers have stated before, they don't want to ruin our fun. They know what fun is, so start fucking utilising the fact that you know that and give us some fun things to do in this game. February, this game's getting a next-gen upgrade. I don't want to be playing on my Series X, 60 FPS, 4K, whatever fucking resolution of shit they want to bring into it. I don't want to be playing on that with the same stuff I've been playing for, at that time, will be the last 11 months, nearly an entire year. I don't fucking want that. Enough of it. Start bringing stuff into this game the players will enjoy. Start listening to your community. Get off your fucking high horse, because I'm telling you right now, any developers watching this from Massive, Ubisoft will close your asses fucking down. And that is a guarantee. They're not going to put up with your shit. You're losing them big money. The CEO is not going to be happy. You're going to be screwed. Just simply take on the feedback that you need to make this game good.